Welcome everyone to my second lesson of my English course. Let's start it. Today I will talk about something. The first one is I am plus verb. Let's see how we can use I am plus verb in the sentence. Am is a contraction of words I am. By adding a verb I am, this lets you express an action or occurrence about yourself. Let's read some example. I'm eating lunch. I'm eating lunch. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm driving to work. I'm driving to work. I'm cooking dinner. I'm combing my hair. I'm combing my hair. I'm texting. I'm texting. I'm exercising. I'm exercising. Let's listen to some examples from native speakers.
Be here and people eating their lunch while I'm talking about food. It's very homey.
So I just stopped looking and I'm just eating my lunch, and a few minutes go by.
Or you go out to lunch and you decide I'm going to start eating better, but then you look and this special.
I'm eating lunch thinking, this is great. I'm gaining an extra $6.
Beautiful, I'm driving to work. I don't need to see the beautiful scenery because it's just
what a underdog. We love what we do. When I'm driving to work in the morning, I might be a little tired.
Anyway, I'm driving to work. I take the same way every single time, and there's a place where I have to turn into.
Or when I'm cooking dinner for the sisters, thinking about Our Lady preparing the meals at Nazareth.
When I go to the store, being sad with the cashier. When I come home and I'm cooking dinner, being sad. When I talk with Dan, I can't keep it up for that long. I might feel sad inside.
I'm spending more time in the car than I am exercising, than I am reading, all these other things.
That was a big one.
Wait, slight tangent. Am I going to spend all of those extra 4.5 years exercising? I have to do some math.
Let's go another slide. We have this topic, I'm getting. When combining the word I am and getting, you are telling someone you are gaining position. Position means having something or have plans to seek out. Seek out means find and obtain a particular thing is. Let's read some example about I'm getting. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting a toothache. I'm getting a toothache. I'm getting married. I'm getting married. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. I'm getting good at reading. I'm getting good at reading. I'm getting a new car. I'm getting a new car. Let's listen to some examples from native speakers. Please focus on pronunciation.
And know that I'm getting better. And when I look back over the last month, am I better? Over the last 6 months, am I better? And
I know, it's bad. I apologize in advance. I'm getting better.
It's fun stuff, though. I love that we're having this conversation.
And be able to learn from them is an extraordinary thing. And, I still think I'm getting better at it and need to, I still think I'm learning and that's what makes it so exciting. But
my best friend called me and said, I'm getting married. I want you to be in the wedding. And my first thought, this is before the self-love experiment.
And that was, hey, I am getting married. Hey, where were you at the wedding? I missed you there.
And I'm all for getting married young, early. I got married when I was 20 years old. Spend as much time with that woman as you can.
We're thinking about getting a new car, so I'm going to ask, did they decide on a model?
I'm going to go tell her she's getting a new car. Is that okay?
No.
No?
Let's go another slide. We have this topic here, this structure, I'm trying plus verb. Let's see how to use I'm trying with the sentences. I'm trying informs someone that you are attempting, it means try to accomplish or achieve something using bodily, mental, and spiritual strength. By adding a verb I'm trying, you are pointing out, mentioning exactly what you are attempting to do. Here are some examples. I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to enjoy my dinner. I'm trying to enjoy my dinner. I'm trying to explain myself. I'm trying to explain myself. I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to eat healthy. Let's watch some examples from native speakers.
And I'm trying to figure out how to answer them without seeing like a completely self-involved former grad student.
So I'm trying to get used to not
choking up and crying and embarrassing her.
So I'm trying to figure out why Governor Brown is so adamant in supporting this thing.
And I'm trying to cheers everybody. I'm like, so it
She wants to know, have I done what I needed to do? And I guess what I'm trying to say to you is I've seen it. I've seen people start out with nothing and God bless them with supernatural success.
As you know, people recognize, man, something is going on. I'm trying to fill this empty place inside, but listen, the only thing that will fill that empty place in your heart is a relationship with God.
We have another slide here talk about I'm gonna plus verb. The word gonna is incorrect grammatical. The true grammar would be going to. When using the word gonna, you are telling someone what you are planning to do at that moment or in the near future. Here are some examples. I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm gonna eat some cake. I'm gonna eat some cake. I'm gonna ask her out for dinner. I'm gonna ask her out for dinner. I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna help my friend. Let's see some other example.
By tough numbers like 17. I'm going to pause because I know people in the room are trying. Yeah. Get
3 things I'm going to do this morning that's in my 5% that's going to move the needle, that only I can do, that I'm capable of doing.
And I'm going to just fear and think, I'm going to do this no matter what's going to happen. I may fail it, I may not fail it. I'm going to do well at this, and I'm going to just see where it goes.
Because chances are I'm going to wish that I didn't stress so much, that I didn't put so much pressure on myself or sweat the small stuff, and wish I'd just given myself a break, some time to
myself. This is where I'm going to fix this. This is where I'm going to heal myself.
So that brings us to your conclusion, which I'm going to read.
Is that consumers have adapted, which I'm going to talk about, and providers have adapted.
And we have this structure here, I have. By using the word I have, you are informing someone of something you have occurred again or obtained. Here are some examples. I have a cat. I have a house. I have a computer. I have a headache. You may hear the word cannot and won't use it with I have. By adding these, you can express what you will not allow. For example, I cannot have that behavior in my house. I cannot have you over tonight. I cannot have anything to do with that. I won't have it any other way. I won't have it any other way. Let's listen to some examples from native speakers for I have.
Now, I said I have over a decade of demonizing stress to redeem myself from.
I can express ideas because I have studied language. And I work very hard. Not that I didn't like it, I intensely enjoy.
And I have to say, thanks to the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare.
And I said, I have just one question for you guys. And it's about the title of the show.
I have put forth ways of paying for all the investments that I make.
I have met so many young people all over the world that just inspire me.
And we have some examples about I cannot have. And a focus on pronunciation.
I cannot have our apartment filled with period candles.
I cannot imagine that we would have seen that kind of growth if nobody knew their status and
is in that, but what I am saying is we simply cannot afford as a country to have our auto sector shut out of global supply chains.
Free and around the world, I believe the person the Republicans have nominated for president cannot do the job.
And I cannot tell you how happy we are to have you here at the White House today. I know it's gray and rainy and drizzly on the outside, but being here with teachers and principals and superintendents and leaders is such a personal pleasure for me. I grew up.
On the last slide, we have I used to plus verb. Let's see how to use this one. Used to express something that was done in the past, and it is not usually done now. Here are some examples. I used to develop websites. I used to like vegetables. I used to start work at 6 o'clock. I used to smoke. I used to paint. Let's listen to some other examples.
Now, some of us, that might be a different case. But for me, I used to try to fight.
So I used to rub lemons on my arms to try to lighten my skin. Didn't work. But then the one of the first compliments that I ever really remember getting was I was at a department store And an African American woman said to me, "You have a beautiful skin."
I used to have this idea that my yoga practice has to be 90 minutes in a class.
I used to have a lot of fun here in Iowa.
And I used to say to people, middle manager, if the people working for you don't know more than you do, then you got the wrong people. You need to get some new people because you want to have more talented people around you than you are in every single position. But I think the most important thing is in organizations today, we fooled ourselves by saying people are only interested in money. That may be true in some sectors. It may be true.
He and I used to run together after.
This is the end of our second lesson. Hope you all get benefit from it. See you in the next lesson. Goodbye.